All right, we on to another Gears eSports, news update or whatever you guys want to call it. Rostermania, it's still going on. So let's just get into it. First thing is due, okay, due to the previous E United and Hive rosters expanding, there will now be 2 additional Pro League spots available for qualifications. Updated Pro League qualifications. 4 pre-qualified teams, 4 from Challenger point standings, and then 2 from last chance qualifiers. So 4 teams will definitely for sure get out through point system. I'm pretty sure and confident after what happened in the tournament that EU United and Rebel are for sure going to be the 4 from Challenger point system. But there's going to be a little battle with Team Queso, the ex-Noble roster, and another roster player team, Oxygen, going to be fighting for those next 2 spots. So it's going to be tough. Another announcement here. We have Nasty, Overdose, Ice Stomped, and Shockwave. They're all on a team now. So there's that. Here's the first bracket, as you see here. EU United lost to Rebel 3-1, which I'm not surprised about. Rebel's kind of a team. They're already like a team. They just couldn't play with those players at the time because they weren't on the team last season. So they 3-0 Team Queso. Could see Team Queso making some roster changes, but maybe not because they just play to be in the Pro League, to be honest. I don't think they really care about winning that much, but that's just my opinion. You got Outcast, was ex-Noble roster. There's been a roster change in there as well. Same with Oxygen eSports, which we'll talk about later on. Warriors, let's take a look at that roster there. Warriors, you got Rapids, Toxic, Chaviosos, and Solars. They almost beat Outcast. The Cardias team, they got 2-0'd. Let me see here to show you guys. Adverse, Cardia, Gary, and Krabbies. And another team that I think they kind of got lucky. Marshall and all these guys faint. So there's that bracket. I'll put it in the description down below. Here's another roster announcing they're looking for an organization. Solar Ravish, Chaviosos, and Toxic. There's that. Got another announcement here. Should they get a ladies team? Because they've been, in the looks, they probably will pick up the team that just most recently won, which I'll go to here. Casa de Papel girls. They won the championship. I honestly think Adorise is probably the best female player in the game, to be honest. Here it is. Here's the teams that played in the tournament. You had the Hive girls, Casa de Papel, Eastorm, Pricity, Dream, Michelin girls, Brutal, and Hype. So there was that. Moving forward, Cells, Lava, and Thing 2, they're still looking for one due to one of their teammates moving on to another team. So I could see maybe like a Pushies or a Yachty joining this team. We're going to keep moving on. Flash Moose says, who's an FA? The Emmy are looking for a team, which I have a feeling that Yachty just joined that team. Pushies. On Oxygen, he is no longer on the roster. I don't know what happened or whatever, but he's no longer there. Speedy, he made a tweet saying he's FA, and then he made a tweet an hour later that he's playing with God Plays. So these are 2 really good, talented players. They could find 2 players, I guess, that want to grind and, I don't know, get that chem up. If they're going to play with X players like Clouts again or something, I don't know. Who knows? But let's take a look at this graph I have here. So here's a lot of the stuff. Pushies FA, Exists Yantre, Days still FA. So you have Ex Noble. I think Yachty's probably the player on that team. Scabsy is no longer there. These roster players, I don't know exactly what's going on, but they could pick up Pushy's Zoom if they've been really trying to get Zoom, to be honest, but he's not budging. Just gonna play with his friends. Oxygen, 100%. They are now playing with Scabsy, which is very questionable. Like, this guy hasn't played and now he comes back and now he's on team, so that's pretty crazy itself. Let me put Yachty. I don't know how to spell his fucking thing. Yashi, whatever. Here's that Birdie Perf Size Tactics. They're just gonna be a one-day team, just playing tournaments. They already have a decent amount of points, so they have a chance if they get a long run in one of those tournaments. New roster here. You got Red 9, Hefe, God Reds, and Missives, and most likely if they somehow make it in, they will drop Red God Reds for relics. Another roster here. You got Abusive, J Money, Phased, and Cinemas. You got Level Symphonic, Zed, and Anti as well. I'm just gonna keep moving on here. I'm gonna put bodies here as FA. And I'm going to put Fnatic because we don't know what is going on. There's that roster again with Overdose and Nasty Eye Stomp and all those guys. Duo here, new roster. I think this might be a roster. We couldn't find two to play with, so Buddy Raiden joined X-Sands, Exceedings, and Flash. See how that roster goes, but that is about it. I'll put a link in the description down below of the bracket for the first week of the qualifiers. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and peace.